So, look, I'm going to put something very, very blunt, and I apologise for having to do it. But what I'm fed up of is these people who are continuously saying, leave the Kiely Rodni case alone. 2 words, fuck off. We're not going to leave this case alone, and I'm going to tell you why I'm not leaving this case alone. And that is this. And it's very, very simple. I'm covered in bits because I've been moving furniture. But look, this is very, very simple. Now, what we're trying to say is that the Kiely Rodni situation was an accident. That's what we're going with. In order to walk away, we're saying that the Kiely Rodni death was caused by an accident where nobody is to blame. This was something that was down to Kiely herself. The choices she made, the things she did, resulted in her perishing in her vehicle in the reservoir. And there has to be enough proof to say, yes, that's what happened. And I haven't seen it. People come over and they'll say, but we saw it. We saw it in the camera. We saw the fire cam footage. Yeah, what we saw of the fire cam footage is Kiely's vehicle going into the reservoir. At best, that's what we saw. You know, we can't argue that there's any other cars. We can't, and I'm not going to go down that route. So we could say, yes, 100% sure that Kiely's vehicle went into the reservoir. But I didn't see in that camera who was driving. I couldn't see Kiely driving. I couldn't see anything of the sort. Now, people have said how quickly the vehicle went under the water. Yes, but it still went out 50 feet from the shore. So it descended and moved at the same time. And Kiely wouldn't have perished instantaneously either. And there was multiple exit routes from that vehicle. She would have had to have gone straight past an open window. And if she moved at all to head towards the back, she was obviously thinking about escaping. So why wouldn't she have escaped through the window? Who knows? And, you know, I haven't been in that situation, so, you know, that is argumentative, I guess. But what I'm saying is it hasn't been proven by any footage that Kiely was driving her own vehicle. Now, in terms of alcohol consumption, the toxicology report has been questioned by multiple specialists. Not just me, but multiple people who work in this field and who have read that autopsy have said that there are issues with the autopsy. The way it's been done, the almost lackadaisical finishing of it, it was incomplete. There was things missing that you would expect to see, especially when this would have been classed at the time as a criminal investigation. We know that because they were interviewing people. Jagger had been cleared, apparently, so they were treating it as an investigation, and therefore Kiely's body should have been treated in a manner which meant that they were covering all bases, and that autopsy and toxicology report does not support that. The way that she was extracted from the water does not support that. The way that the entire site was handled post-extraction does not support that. The way in which the people who were supposedly the last people to see Kiely alive and what they were allowed to control potential witnesses, potential suspects even, you know, it's fucking bizarre. It's bizarre. But listen to this. This is another massive problem. I have not heard anything come forward about Nick, the tow truck situation, and him feeling that he had dealt with Kiely's vehicle after she would have, she'd have been deceased, if you like. What was his purpose? If it was misdirection, then why was he there in the first place? Why did he say that? We've heard nothing about it whatsoever. Nothing. Not even anybody come forward to say it was actually that vehicle and these people. Nothing. Nothing at all. Also, we know that Sammy said that she called Kiely at 12:36 a.m. She was very precise about it, but yet she didn't know when she said that there was fire cam footage that would show exactly the time that Kiely's vehicle went into the reservoir. So we haven't heard how it's possible for Sammy to have had a conversation with Kiely on her phone minutes after her vehicle went into the reservoir. And I know there'll be some people saying, well, she just got the time wrong. I don't believe that, because she was very, very specific about the time. And I think she was very specific about the time because she knew what happened to Colin. She purposefully picked a time that was after whatever happened to Kiely happened, to make it look like Kiely was still alive, to push that narrative that she was pushing at the beginning about the fact that Kiely had been abducted. Remember that. Now, people have turned around and said these kids wouldn't have turned around and said Kiely drove into the water. They wouldn't have done it. Why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they? Sammy, by her own admission, said she was with Kiely all night and she was plying her with alcohol all night. Kiely was 16 years old. That's what was going on. She also said that Kiely, if she was going to decide to drive, and these are her words, she wouldn't have got very far. She wouldn't have got very far. So I am asking now, are these kids smart enough to think, hold on a second, I've been plying her with drink all night. She was drunk off her face. We'll forget the fact that the toxicology report doesn't support that, and who knows? I'm not a medical expert. There might be a reason for it. But she then realises Kylie's missing, a vehicle's missing. She spoke to Elsa. We know that because Elsa put the timeline together, and she must have spoken to Sammy to get the information that she did and put onto the timeline. So Sammy would have known that the road exit out of there was blocked, which would have forced Kiely towards the water. It would have forced her to go that way. So my mindset is, okay, so I've got a friend who I've fed drink. She's drunk. She shouldn't have been driving. I weren't getting in the car with her. And I've said that she ain't going to get very far. The exit road's blocked, which is going to force her to go out by the reservoir. I would have known where she was going. And people question our fucking IQs. There you have it. That's in a nutshell. Someone's got to be held accountable for this. Someone has got to be held accountable. And like or not, that's a fact. See you in the next one.